Greetings, NASCAR enjoyers, and here we are again at Iowa. This might be the shortest oval race on the NASCAR schedule aside from the New Hampshire race, but anyways. The 2025 Iowa Corn 350 begins with a battle for the lead between Briscoe and Free Willy. Oh, and by the way, I know that the Iowa race was a sellout, and hear me out, but Iowa, to me, was never meant to be a permanent addition on the NASCAR schedule. Yeah, I know, it's crazy that someone thought that because the race was a sellout, but let's be real here. The race, well, Iowa's basically just a placeholder for when another track takes its place. Probably the Auto Club short track or Montreal, aka Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, but anyways. Free Willy manages to clear Briscoe for lead. That's William Byron's nickname, by the way, that Michael Roos came up with. Get used to it, because I will be calling him that a lot. Cindric just got past Briscoe for second. He's now right behind Free Willy. Yeah, like Cindric is running a Menards paint scheme, and I kind of confused him for Blaney for a bit, but then I found out that Blaney was running a different paint scheme. Yeah, like they run the same sponsor sometime. Good lord, it can get confusing sometimes. Larson is trying to get past Briscoe, while Hocevar moves up to 7th. Cindric is coming closer and closer to Free Willy, and right behind them is Brad K. Holy crapper, how'd he get in third already? The king of the hill car goes a lap down, while the Cinderblock, Free Willy, and Brad K continue to battle for the lead. Even though Byron, aka Free Willy, is pretty fast, Brad K has just gotten past Cindric and is getting faster and faster, which is unbelievable considering that RFK Racing is in a bad situation right now. Free Willy and Brad K have an intense battle for the lead and both drivers get caught up in lap traffic. More lapped cars come into play as they both try to take the lead. And just like that, Brad K manages to pass Free Willy with just 2 to go on the first stage after a long and intense battle for the lead went underway. Brad K wins the first stage of the 2025 Iowa Corn 350. But anyways, our first race off pit road begins and Briscoe wins the race off pit road. Yeah, crazy to think that considering that Briscoe has a great pit crew, yet Lewis Hamilton still needs to have A+ pit stops like McLaren does. Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because I still can't believe that Chase Briscoe, a former Ford driver who went over to Toyota, won Pocono, yet Lewis Hamilton, who is bigger news as he was a Mercedes driver who went over to Ferrari, still hasn't won a race yet. Like, I can't get over that. I can't get over Lewis Hamilton having troubles at Ferrari right now. I still feel bad for him. I'm still upset about that, by the way. But anyways, Alex Bowman, aka Little Bow Wow, had to drop to the back as he was too fast on pit road. Again! Dang it! Always happens. The second stage begins with Briscoe jumping to the lead. Blaney just jumped up to second and Free Willy fell back to 5th, but has bounced back to 4th. Byron tries getting past Blaney but isn't able to do so, though he is able to get past Brad K. Brad K tries getting past Free Willy and isn't able to do so. Kyle Larson, aka Ichiban, is right behind Brad K. Yeah, he has to deal with Larson. The Dinger is running in 10th. Blaney engages in a battle for the lead with Briscoe. Meanwhile, Hubba Bubba and Taco Bell battle for 11th. So far, no cautions. Holy crapper, the freeway battle for the lead continues. Brad K has just gotten past Blaney for 2nd and is now running down Briscoe. Ichiban and Free Willy battle for 4th. Yeah, Ichiban is Kyle Larson's nickname, by the way. I didn't like calling him Lala. Hubba Bubba, aka Bubba Wallace, comes down to pit road and Ty Dillon joins in alongside it. The Dinger is next to come down to pit road. Oh, and I want to bring up something, okay? I am sick and tired of this whole more horsepower equals better racing argument. The reason why they can't pass on the next-gen cars is because of the size of the cars. Like, they're really big. Like, they're almost as big as modern Formula 1 cars. Believe me, they're not small. It's hard to pass with the next-gen cars because of how big they are, not because of the horsepower deficit, okay? And horsepower doesn't have anything to do with lack of passing, so I wanted to bring that up. Because I've seen a ton of people saying more horsepower equals better racing, but this is an American thought process. However, Mouillet is at least smart enough to believe that smaller cars equals better racing. And Miatas have close racing, by the way. So yeah, at least Mouillet is smart enough to know this. Free Willy is next to come down to refuel his car while Brad K and Briscoe continue to duke it out. Hocevar is next to come down to pit road for fresh tires and gas, and next to come down is Briscoe. Brad K is now in the lead. Haley and Elliott, that's Justin Haley by the way, not to be confused with Haley Deegan, both join in a lap later. Logano makes a pit stop. Expect to see Blaney and Brad K make their pit stop soon. Chastain makes a pit stop, but just like that, SVG hits the wall and causes the first non-stage caution of the day. Dang it, the race was going good until that happened. This means that several drivers come down to pit road during caution. Blaney manages to win the race off pit road. Kyle Busch also got in the way of Lil Bow Wow, but anyways, the caution ends with Blaney jumping to the lead. Brad K won't go down without a fight as he continues to battle Blaney for the lead. There's also an intense battle in the back, and the caution just came out. Cody Ware gets into the grass. Oh, come on, you just had to ruin this race for me. Yeah, Cody Ware doesn't have any talent. He's just there for things. He's even a worse driver than Ty Gibbs, and Ty Gibbs was once a champion, but hasn't been able to do well in the Cup Series, but he was able to win the in-season challenge. Amazingly, several drivers decide to come down to pit road, but this time, there will be no race off pit road. But anyways, the sudden caution ends with Brad K and Blaney continuing to battle for the lead. Brad K manages to clear Blaney and is now leading. Holy crapper! RFK might get their long-awaited first win of 2025. Meanwhile, Bushy and Hamlin battle for 8th. Hamlin was not able to get past Bushy and starts falling behind. And another caution just came out. Dang it! Several drivers come down to pit road during the caution. Like last time, no race off pit road. But anyways, the caution ends with Brad K jumping to the lead. Holy crapper! Bushy is now in 5th and Hocevar loses control. Despite this, the race is still under green, and Brad K wins the second stage. It's also been 6 years since Brad K has done a stage sweep. But anyways, a few drivers come down to pit road and the third and final stage begins with Brad K continuing to lead. And another caution just came out as Denny Hamlin lost control. Dang it! Several drivers come down to pit road during caution. But anyways, the race restarts with Brad K continuing to lead. And just like that, Zane Smith hits the wall and causes another caution. Good lord! Can we please get a full lap in already? You done messed up now, Hocevar. Again, with the cautions. That's why he's called Caution Hocevar by Michael Moose, not Hurricane Hocevar. I actually prefer calling him Caution Hocevar instead of Hurricane Hocevar, because Carson Hocevar is known for cautions. He's infamous for causing cautions and getting involved in way more cautions than green flag laps. Bad move, man. Bad move. He had to come down to pit road to get his car repaired. Several drivers come down to pit road, yet Blaze stays out. But anyways, the caution ends with Ryan Blaney and Austin Cindric running 1-2. Holy crapper! Holy crapper! Chase Elliott just got past Larson! Oh, how the tides have turned. Meanwhile, the two Penske drivers battle for the lead. Eric Jones managed to lose control after there was contact with him and Briscoe and caused the next caution. Another one. Several drivers pit in, but Cindric decides to stay out. But anyways, the caution ends with Cindric jumping to the lead, and behind him is Chase Elliott. Josh Berry gets past Elliott for second. Bell and Ichiban, Kyle Larson, both get loose, but thankfully he saved it. Phew. And another caution just came out, but this will be great for Brad K. The caution ends with Elliott and Cindric continuing to lead. And just like that, another caution came out. Good lord, it's just caution after caution after caution. Cindric had no choice but to come down to pit road, and Larson, aka Ichiban, joins in alongside him. Hopefully we'll get a full lap in this time around. This time, Chase Elliott will be the one to lead the race back to green. And just like that, another caution just came out. Another one. Ty Dillon went into the grass. We also get an interview with Blake Harris, aka the crew chief of Lil Bow Wow, during the caution itself. The caution ends with Chase Elliott and Free Willy battling for the lead. Oh, come on! Another caution just came out. Yep, another one. And another one. But this time it's for debris. Yep, another one. Chase Elliott and Josh Berry come down to pit road. Several more also join in. But anyways, the 12th caution of Iowa ends with Free Willy jumping to the lead yet again. Holy crapper, Preece just jumped up to third. Brad K almost got involved with Hocevar. Briscoe and Free Willy battle for the lead. Hold up, Brad K just got past his teammate Preece, is now in third. Both Briscoe and Free Willy start getting caught up in lap traffic, and just like that, Free Willy manages to win the Iowa Corn 350. How? He barely had enough fuel in the tank. Yeah, that's how I reacted when I saw him win. Like, I didn't want him to win, by the way. I wanted one of the Roush Boys to win. Aside from that unexpected win, the race gets a 7 out of 10 and was ruined by way too many cautions to count. I did not come here to see William Byron win the race. I came here to see Ryan Preece or one of the Roush Boys win. But anyways, here's last year's race if you want to see it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell just in case I haven't already done so. Catch you guys next time. Peace out.